In one of the drawers of one of my tool chests, I've got a lot of little parts. And some of these parts are clock parts from my old clockmaking days. And one of these little trays contains keyhole grommets for a dial. And I've used them before. I've only got 2 left. Now these 2 grommets, they happen to be just a little bit too small for the key anyway, but I would need 3, even if they were the right size. Now what do I do here? Do I go ahead and postpone this series and order some grommets, or do I just take a chance and see if I can, well, maybe just do without them? I've done without them before. Now you will see this clock here. It's one of the few clocks that I have left in the house. And I did use these grommets on this clock. And they look fine. But I've also, done it without using grommets. And I was lucky. And they looked fine too. So I think I'm going to go ahead here and just see if I can't carefully drill out the holes. The idea of having clamps here is so it won't all of a sudden pop up if the drill bit kind of digs in a little bit. As near as I can tell, I've got it centered about as good as I can get it here. Well, here we go. Now, obviously, I can't drill the rest of the way with this little piece stuck on there, so this has to come off. Alright, see what happens here. I'm hoping that when I lower it again, that the edge of the drill doesn't catch somewhere where it's not supposed to and go crooked. But anyway, let's give it a whirl, and I'll just go real nice and slow. Now just do that 2 more times. Now for those of us who like close-ups, and I emphasize us because I like them too. This is almost as close as I can get. Now I used to wonder why it was that my drill press would shake, but after it ran for a while it stopped shaking. Then I realized the belts were limbering up. Sort of like when you drive your car on a cold winter day and the tires are flat-sided. Now, if you live in Winnipeg, that's a reality. If you live in Texas, you don't know what I'm talking about. I realize that right now we're looking at all the imperfections of those holes. However, I think once I get the plastic off and carefully ream over the sharp edges, it should look okay, especially once it's in the case with the hands on. Now, if you remember, I think it was yesterday, I put glue all the way around the outside here to sort of stiffen this up to help stop it from fraying. Well, let's just see now how tight it is. It's going to be tighter, I know that for sure. And it doesn't matter if it goes this way or this way, as long as it's not this way. Well, it probably wouldn't look that bad this way, but I think it looks better with it up and down. So let's see what happens here now. Okay, that's a lot tighter. I think I can still get it out okay. Better be able to get it out. I don't want to have to pry it out like a lid off a paint can, but you know, I should be able to pull it out. Oh yeah, it's going to come out. Anyway, we'll just leave it in for the time being. And we now have to figure out, okay, where's 12 o'clock here? How am I going to fasten the dial board down? Okay, these are going to just nicely cover this seam here. And my thinking at this point is, if I drill holes in right near the edge, well, I guess it won't be here, it'll be along the top and along the bottom. Oh, well, that's not going to work then. Oh yeah, that's not going to work. Because the pieces that this is resting against are fastened to the top and the bottom, not the sides. At least I think that's the way it goes. Yeah, I have to fasten it there and down here. Okay, now what am I going to do? Well, I could glue it, except that there might be a time that I want to take this out. Okay, I'm going to have to think about something here. Always something. Okay, I've got it figured out. This is what I'm going to do. This is 5/16 of an inch thick, a little better than 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to take these out and drill holes in them. Probably, well, maybe, I guess 3 should be enough. Maybe 4. Anyway, drill holes through, then bring screws through from the back and have them cut just the right length. And then drill a blind hole through into this thing from the back. Go through about almost 1/4 of an inch down, and it won't come all the way through if I'm very careful. And if I'm not, then I'm going to be filling the hole again like I did up here, which I can hardly even see anymore. Anyway, was it there? Oh no, it was right there. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do tomorrow.